I know majority of you have not even undergone any interview, because you just go for the TSC verification, which is basically documents, but you really don't know much about the job interviews, which are really essential if you're looking to find the ideal job, yeah, in the teaching profession. All right, so welcome back. Before so good. Let me wait for at least 1 or 2 people, then we start off. All right, so when you see me in a blazer, I'm in business, huh? So we're going to talk about job interviews as far as teaching is concerned. So why teaching job interviews? So interviews, from the word inter, it means basically you as the interviewee and the interviewer want to find whether you're a perfect match for each other. So none is doing the other a favor, right? So once you're there, be yourself, ask questions, yeah. And before you now get to the process of interviewing, there are basic things that you should have done. They are called pre-interview preparations. So I want to list some of the pre-interview preparations that are key for you to bag that opportunity, okay? 1, seek information on the company. Right from the onset, information is power. So heavily invest on information. So do your research. Research about the organization that you want to work with. What are their ethics? Do they match with you? What are people talking about them? What is even the curriculum they're using? Such kind of things, like how many streams are there in that school. So where can you find such information? You can use LinkedIn, you can use social media platforms. At least most schools and even education centers have an online presence. So you can even find them on Facebook, on TikTok. You can also find them even on Google Places. You can ask from people who have worked there. So it's good to be a person who loves networking. So you can do it physically, at least you know someone who works there, or you just go online and maybe a place like LinkedIn, then you get to find the information that you're looking for. Maybe the salary expectation, how much were they earning, maybe by the time they were working there, or what is even the current remuneration, such kind of information that you want. Another source of information, you can use Instagram, Twitter, the website. Actually, the website is so key because there you'll find things like the mission, vision, and this will play a big role when you'll be asked questions literally concerning that organization, whether you're aware. So it's good to do a thorough research. And this will help you to have a killer personal branding. You know, you'll be tailoring the way you're presenting yourself to meet them somewhere. Yeah, to meet their needs. It will also be a means of strategic networking. Yeah, because as you're trying to research, you're meeting people who have similar interests or who have been there, and you get to know what they have been doing, and you get to know about them. Then you leverage on that. They can even in the future become your referees. Yeah. Another thing is do your homework on the interviewees. Do your homework concerning the interviewers. Yeah, you can know whom you're expecting. Is it a she? Like, who is the hiring manager? What are people saying? Okay, as much as it could be a bit biased, but it's good for you to do the homework so that you are psychologically prepared on what to expect. Are they doing maybe demo or teaching? What exactly are they looking for? So you need to know so that you can even know the problem that they want to solve, and you will be posting yourself as a problem solver. Yes, sorry. So another thing, that would be so key, especially for behavioral based interviews where you'll be asked, maybe tell us about a situation that maybe you had a toxic worker. How did you navigate around it? You see, so that is really key for you to be able to ace that interview. The third preparation you need to do is to clean your social media profile. Optimize it so that it can act like a professional passport to who you are, especially those people who in their curriculum vitae they've attached the LinkedIn URL, the link. We expect that you even have the key search engine words, the key words. For example, if I'm a teacher of Kiswahili and geography, somewhere you expect to see geography hashtags, you know, what am I doing concerning the geography or that Kiswahili? Maybe I'm networking, I've attended maybe a virtual lab on how to do presentation, such kind of things. Optimize. Remove all those bullshit stuff, yeah? Like you're sharing about your personal life, which is not consistent. Maybe you're appearing like so needy instead of emitting vibes that are like optimistic. You're this person who is enthusiastic, who is like, you know, if you don't consider me, it's your loss. You know, that's the vibe that you're supposed to emit. And like where you're like, what is this name I'm looking for? Akarimi, you know, you're like begging, you're appearing desperate. Yeah, so all those crap, remove them and optimize for your advantage, to your advantage. Yes, so have there even, you can attach even some of your certificates, not really even certificate, the awarding ceremony. Maybe you have done a course maybe on international baccalaureate. You know, you can show us how it feels like. Maybe you have written a book on your niche area. Showcase them. Just literally trade yourself so that you are coming in actually as a consultant. That's how you're supposed to brand yourself. You just even have executive presence. If you understand me, you're getting me. Yeah, another thing as far as preparation of interviews is concerned, look how you're going to present yourself. So today I was watching a documentary by Lynn on Lynn Gogi's show. So she had this HR and she was talking about the pie. So performance, there's that image, and the experience or exposure. So you find as far as image is concerned, it has 30%. And most people think that performance, you know, when you write I'm a result-oriented person, imagine it just has 10%. So it's good to invest on your image. How do you look? How do you, you know, the poise, like the charisma that you're bringing, even the energy to the room. So just prepare how you're going to present yourself. If you don't know what you're going to wear, for men, you can do just a simple suit, maybe black and navy blue. Those are official colors. For ladies, you can just consider a skirt suit or a nice dress. Yeah, just do moderate makeup. Don't look like a clone. Yeah. So just look good. You make your hair, because make your nails. Yeah, for Christ's sake. They don't have to be artificial, just short and neat, you know. Even if they're long, they appear like professional. No, it's like someone who is going for a nursing job. Then you see them with long fingers and you're like, yo vidole, nenda wapi? So appear like the part, do your part. So in terms of dressing, be smart, be smart, be smart. You don't have to be expensive. Actually, most people have aced interviews. Even you just borrow a nice suit if you don't have nice clothes, yeah, simple and modest. Shoes, polish them, look good, yeah. If you have the dreadlocks, they don't have to look unkempt. Go and retwist them. Don't look like your problems. Even when you have not had a job, you're jobless. Look good, look good, look good. Yeah? Yeah. Even your skin. Drink water. People, I tell you, invest even on your skin. It will take you places. Like for those who are appearing for jobs like on the screen. You see the way they present themselves. Like someone who has their shit got together. Like, they understand what they're doing. No one can trust you with a job when you yourself, you look like you literally have no idea about you. Let me read the comment. African Jeremy. Hi everyone. Well, hi, welcome to this live. I appreciate your presence. Okay, another thing that you need to do as far as pre-interview is concerned is you turn off your cell phone, or if you can't turn it off, at least be on silent mode or on vibration. You don't want disturbance at this time. Yeah, so your social media, yeah. Another thing, up your soft skills game. What am I talking about? Soft skills. Right from the moment you enter that gate of that organization, learn to even express yourself. Say hi to everyone there. Sign in. Mwalimu, sign in. Don't appear like, do you know who I am? Be polite. Be humble. You remember about this Juliet Baraza? Yeah, I think that was the name, the CJ. She was in a top rank, but because of the way she treated that watchman, it literally watered down everything. So no matter how learned you are, no matter how good you are, learn to treat people nicely. Be nice, be nice, be nice. Yeah? On your way up, the people you're meeting down there will help you to cross that bridge. And it's worth noting that in some organizations, you find that actually even the MD could be there at the gate, and they just try to look at how you are presenting yourself. So, soft skills, even just a simple hi, yeah, soft skills, have that. So I am not asking you to go and role play the role of the best angel. No, just be yourself. Act normally. Just be nice. Do what you would have expected others to do if they were in your situation. Don't look down upon anyone. Another thing is arrive early. Punctuality. Punctuality. Try to arrive early. If you have been told maybe around noon, we're expecting you for an interview, at least 10 minutes you should be in. Yeah? Yeah. Just in time. Be in time or on time. Why are we saying that you should be punctual? It gives you even time to acquaint yourself with the environment, to relax, breathe in, especially for those who have anxiety. You will have time to do the breath work and relax. You even maybe get to visit the washrooms. Yeah, and do just basic things, even brushing through your documents and ensuring everything is intact. You don't want a situation whereby you're in a hurry, you've arrived late, and it's putting an image like you're not a timekeeper. Personally, I value people who value my time, because time is money. Time is money. So I don't expect you to waste my time. So does the organization also expect you to be a time manager? So learn to be punctual. Yeah, and if you're by any chance, maybe you have got an emergency, get to express early. Say I'll be late maybe by 10 minutes because I've got maybe a car puncture, I've been involved in a traffic jam. Communicate. Yeah, yeah, good. Another thing that I wrote is that picture yourself succeeding. Look at the big picture. Yes, be psychologically prepared for success. And in as much as we say this, prepare for the best and expect the worst. Sometimes anything is bound to happen. You should be ready to embrace even a rejection. So whatever the outcome, just know that you'll continue with your normal life. But then look at a place where you're succeeding, so that even when you're asked questions like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Those goals about you. Yeah, because there are literally people who don't even have vision. They don't see themselves succeeding. So they're like, in 5 years, maybe I will be even retired. I'll be so bored with that job. Why should I hire you then? Yeah. So picture yourself winning, so that even the way you'll be answering those questions, how you'll be portraying yourself, exudes some positivity and an element of progress. Yeah. Another thing is that review the job requirements and match with the skills. So until this point, I wanted to also say that I do CV writing. So if you want someone to review your CV, you can see me. If you want someone to revamp it so that that CV, because it's a passport for you, it speaks for you. Though I advise people to do their own CVs, so that whatever is written there, you're aware of it. It's right at your fingertips, so that even if you're asked anything, you just know this is you, this describes you. Okay? But I can help you with the rest of the revamping if you need my services. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. Yeah. So match the skills. So you have heard about the STAR approach. So basically you give the situation where you were, the task that you did, what were the achievements, and the results that you were able to get at the end of that exercise. Maybe it was a situation whereby maybe your colleague has not attended to school, maybe they had an accident, maybe they were on maternity leave. Were you able to stand in for them, and what were the general outcome? So such kind of things. Another thing is prayer and manifestation. Okay, I don't know whether everyone believes in the supernatural, but I believe they do, even for the atheists. So learn to pray for your success, and just for God's will to be done in your life, so that doors of opportunities will open, even if that maybe opportunity you're seeking will not be what you were looking for. At least in the grand look of things, there'll be a place you'll be seated and you'll be like, well, it happened for a reason, and here I am, and I'm giving glory. Yeah. So pray and manifest. For you to be able to manifest, actually we have a class coming up about look at this nigga, vision board classes. So it's good when you know exactly what you want, even in the organization you want to work. For a teacher, maybe you want a place where you have what do we call them, the in-service training. So you're not left out courtesy that you're maybe a teacher on contract, you're a BOM teacher, board of management teacher. You want a place where you're growing. You want a place where maybe the students are disciplined. You want a place where there is good communication or good rapport with the top management, so that you're even able to leverage on them and maybe not feel like you're walking on eggshells. You want a place where even things are friendly, it's an environment you can seek for growth, you can network, there's no backbiting, and backstabbing people. You want a place that is enabling for growth. Yeah, so at least you know what to manifest, so that right from the word go, as you're going for that interview, you're also assessing, am I able to fit into this culture? There are places you're like, literally, no, if this is how even people are speaking, I can't. And there are places you're like, this is it. Yeah, so you need to manifest knowing your bare minimum. Okay, so let's come to the interview. Now here is where the juice is. The juice is here, the interview. So it's the day of the interview. We have said arrive early. So while there, switch off your phone. When you go there, exude confidence. So what is being looked at during those teaching job interviews is, one, your confidence. And it's worth noting that confidence comes from, one, competence. Yeah, you know what you're doing, and this comes from research, from education, from your exposure. Yeah, also confidence can come when you have the solutions for what they are looking for. Yeah, so that's where composure comes from. Also, exude zeal, be enthusiastic. Yeah, right from the moment you're maybe told to teach us for 5 minutes, even the way you're going to do that introduction part. Good morning, students. How are you? How was your night? How has been your day? Did you enjoy your previous lesson? Such kind of things. You're enthusiastic even about the subject matter that you're delivering. Yeah. Another thing they are looking at is your integrity. Doing the right thing even when no one is watching you. So there is where storytelling comes in, because they'll ask you questions that you need to frame in a narrative or a story-like manner. So they're also gauging you. So try your best to have integrity. Yeah. Another thing is your body language. The nonverbal cues. Maintain eye contact. I have not much to say for us spec wearers. Some people believe that we wear specs because we are shy. But that's not true. Sometimes we have eye issues and we are just using the specs to correct our vision. So, there's a guy here destroying my things. Okay, so nonetheless, so have a body language that exudes confidence, and don't be shaky. Yeah, even the way you're expressing yourself, even the eye contact. Smile. People are so they crave positivity, and there are things that are contagious, like yawning. The moment you start yawning, the whole room will start yawning. If you come in with a lot of energy, their energy will continue. You will even see laughter. So the environment will be now to your advantage. Okay? All right. Another thing they try to look at is your interpersonal skills. Are you a person who can collaborate with others? Yeah, even how do you respond to questions? So they are trying to see your communication skills, both written and verbal. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my temper because of this nigger. Okay. So as I was saying, they're also looking at lesson planning. So the technical part of teaching, how do you prepare your lesson, the syllabus, the schemes of work, about your lesson plan, record of work, progress records, and such kind of things. Also differentiated learning, classroom management. How do you manage your class? Right from the word go that you're told to teach, ensure there is presence of a teacher. You know, someone can come to the room and know there is teaching and learning happening. There's no noise. People are in groups, perhaps discussing, there's parent sharing, there's some order, literally. Yeah, if people are making noise, you know what to do. I'll give more tips as we're going on. And again, they try to look at your strengths and weaknesses. Now, don't tell us you don't have a strength or you don't have a weakness. And whichever way you're going to phrase your strengths and weaknesses, portray them in a good image. For example, if you say your weakness is that you're a person who is keen into detail, you can explain how that is a bad thing. For example, it will mean that your deadlines will be a bit delayed, but you're cocksure about the results. And tell us what you're doing about it. For example, my weakness is that I'm straightforward. I'll tell you the truth and the honest truth, no matter how it will be burning. Yeah. So, what am I doing to it? Maybe I'm attending classes to know how to be tact. Yeah. I'm learning how to communicate, you know, just phrase it and how it is a good thing in any case. Yeah. So another thing you need to look at is your reliability and the active learning environment. So things like set induction, how are you doing? So I want to document what I recently did as an interview in one of the private schools in the metropolitan areas, which happens to be a Christian school, and what my thoughts are. So the interview day was on Friday in the afternoon. Had been invited by the HR through a call. Yeah, that was already a win by the mere fact that I applied. So as always, I'll tell you to always show up. You know, we have these people, sometimes you double gaze yourself a lot. You're like, they said 5 years experience. I have around 2 to 3 years experience. I still applied for the job and I was called for the interview. So some will see maybe they need now, surely, I don't know. Say hi to people. Okay, so don't double gaze yourself. Just show up. Present that application. Do a proper application. Do the work. Most of you actually don't even customize your, and that's why you're missing these opportunities. Yeah, do your research, especially about the company, then find ways of engaging and getting those. So I went at the gate, I was received, I was taken to the reception. At the reception, I was given a form. Guess what the questions were? You write your name. Then the next question was about your marital status. I felt that was so personal, but anyway, maybe because it's a Christian organization, they have the ideal values they're looking for. Perhaps someone who is single, or you're married with a marriage certificate, such kind of things. Then they went ahead to ask questions regarding number of children. So how many children do you have? What are their ages? Yeah. And where do they school? Okay, so I understand in some schools, especially the international schools, that is very important because they, for example, if it's a school you're teaching, maybe it's a lower primary, and you have a child who is in the lower primary level, you can they can take that child to be learning in that school. Then you just pay half of the fee. You understand how those things run. So partly because it's business, they are also gaining in a way by the virtue that they are having now a crowd. This person is doing me a big mess. I'm sorry, people. Sorry. But this is the life of a teacher who is a parent. So the other thing they were asking about is the name of your partner and what their career is, what is their occupation. I don't know how important that is, but I felt like it was too personal. Because assuming someone is in the, let's say, the flag, the Rainbow Coalition. So does it mean you literally eliminate them based on that? So I don't know. It was not fair. Now, then came the other questions like, what are your professional qualifications? What is your experience? And what astonished me, I have to cut